So Camilla once again has been brutally exposed in this new Channel 4 documentary. The jokes write themselves. Hey guys, that's Murad Murali, daily and consistent content, and let's get straight into this video. So Camilla the Rat has been exposed in this Channel 4 documentary, which probably explains her disappearance and why she's been pulling out of so many events and these sudden illnesses that have taken over her. It's purely because she knew that this was coming because of a great relationship with the press and therefore wanted to hide from everything. It is truly remarkable that in this documentary she was brutally exposed to such an extent that the same journalists who basically were denouncing and discrediting everything Harry and Meghan have said about Camilla have basically been confirmed by those very same journalists, that it was Camilla selling these stories, that it was Camilla against Harry and Meghan, that it was Camilla who was making their lives an absolute living hell. It is truly remarkable that this has happened, that this has aired, and it makes sense to me that she wants no part of this conversation, which is why she has completely disappeared from everything that is happening right now when it comes to the Royal Rota UK press and their schedules of engagements. She has run away. The rat has truly gone and has burrowed herself underneath, and we don't know how long she's going to be there for, but it definitely is something that is not great for her. The documentary continues to tell us that she has a great, fantastic relationship with the UK press, and that is the basic need that has nurtured her to become who she is today, the queen rat amongst many rats, and that is why she's been able to survive an onslaught, whereas Diana, Harry, Meghan, and even Kate Middleton in moments here and there have been slapped up and down by the UK press left, right and centre. You would have thought that after the Camilla affair was exposed that she was going to be dragged as the other woman continuously by the media, but it seems so that is not the case. She, if anything, took over the media, controlled it in her own ways with Charles and manipulation tactics and great relationships with the Sun and etc., and seems to have taken over. I'm very surprised that this documentary was even able to see the light, to be aired, and it wasn't entirely awful, but the most pinnacle moments for me were these journalists who spent their life discrediting Harry and Meghan coming out to confirm that no, they were right. No, it was Camilla behind this. She has been brutally exposed in this way, and she's probably seething, fuming, angry, and absolutely upset by the fact that this was able to come out, and for the fact that it helped to reinforce the stereotypes against her of her being a wicked stepmother, which is basically what this documentary was called, word for word, wicked stepmother, as if we're watching a Disney movie and this is Cinderella and she is the wicked stepmother pulling all of the negative strings. She is absolutely fuming that this has come out because everybody is discussing it. Everybody was discussing it when it aired last night. People were watching it in the UK when it aired on Channel 4, and one thing about Camilla is that she does not like all of this bad PR. She hates it.
One thing Harry is undeniably right about is that Camilla's relationship with the press has been key to her creation. Tucked away down a quiet alley off Fleet Street is St. Bride's Church. For over a century, journalists have flocked here, and for the past decade, St. Bride's has had a very special patron watching over it.
I think the fact that Camilla is patron of St. Bride's Church, which is commonly known as the Journalists' Church, is quite ironic, and I think it would be ammunition for Harry to prove his point that Camilla's in bed with these nasty journalist people.
So much so that this will be buried in multiple stories, so much so that she's disappeared. She's gone. She's left the limelight. She's never done stuff like this, but she knew that this was coming out, which is why it's been over a week and a half to 2 weeks that she would set this precedent that I'm ill, woe is me, victim narrative, look at me, I'm not doing well, XYZ, let's put it more on me, and etc., because she knew that this was coming out and she didn't want to have anything to do with it. To me, it is surprising because there are people working on this documentary, which you can see from the credits, that are very much on Camilla's side to an extent, so I don't understand what that's all about. That in itself does not make any sense to me because, it is truly insane. But if you watch this documentary, it really makes you understand why Camilla the Rat has disappeared and does not want any parts of the UK press as of right now. As of right now, she wants to just take that break, and then she will return with some public engagement of her working in a charity, working in a hospital, working with cancer patients in some kind of way to kind of drown out everything. And I believe she's having another royal tour with Charles as well. And, you know, nobody really cares about it. The thing about Camilla is that it's so funny. No matter how much she's worked, no matter how much Charles have worked, when they both die, they're both going to have such a negative story. People are going to discuss their time and their ascension to the throne and really sit there and say that they weren't impactful, they were hated, they were disliked, people didn't really, you know, favor them, they weren't that popular, and that is everything that they've been working against, but they just aren't able to overcome it because they breed that negativity within themselves. They want to be the number one, they want to rule out everybody around them, they want to bury other people around him, and you can see it in their character. And this documentary truly exposed and articulated that, which I'm kind of surprised about. I will admit, I am definitely surprised about this because I didn't expect this to take place. I didn't expect this documentary to come out or to speak of it in a negative light. I thought it was just a negative, you know, title, and that's really it. But it's truly a sight to see, and I do recommend you guys to absolutely watch this documentary on Camilla if you have not watched it, because it definitely paints a really good picture on her and articulates her. And these journalists that are coming out to say this, I don't even think Camilla even knew that this was coming out, that these journalists were coming out. I cannot believe they basically have confirmed everything. And it goes to show you that everything that Harry said in his book Spare was absolutely true. Somebody called Still Dre Reacts says, can we talk about how the same journalist who spent years discrediting Harry and Meghan just showed up in a Camilla documentary confirming everything Harry said about her and his father? What's going on? When will this hypocrisy and lies be called out? Seriously, UK, wake up, he says. So, you know, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised. Now I understand why Camilla went back into hiding. That documentary is insane. In all honesty, it says what the Sussex squad have been saying for years, but finally it's said to a big audience and people are finally talking. Camilla is evil. It's a bigger audience. The people are talking. She doesn't like this. She's gone away. I'm unwell. Victim narrative. Victim narrative. Look at me. I'm not well. Let's focus on this. Let's not focus on the documentary. Simple 101 media tactics that Camilla is playing because she knows how to play them. Camilla was the one who was hugging Rose Hanbury and inviting her to events in the midst of Kate Middleton's cancer scare and where she disappeared and was unwell and having marriage issues. This woman knows exactly what she's doing. She was thinking and thanking Piers Morgan, not thinking. She was thanking Piers Morgan in the midst of, you know, him saying that Meghan was not suicidal. This woman knows what she's doing. She plays the game well, which is why she planned her departure much early in advance, because this documentary truly exposed her. Let me know what your thoughts are. Comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you guys want to, and I'll catch you guys soon for another video.